Have you ever asked yourself why you still haven't truly changed? Maybe the pain hasn't been strong enough yet. Maybe you haven't hit rock bottom. But what if I told you that rock bottom could be the beginning of your new story? Because it's there, in the dark where no one sees, that God begins to work. Just like Joseph, betrayed, sold, forgotten in prison, yet still exactly where God wanted him. What looked like abandonment was preparation. What looked like the end was just the beginning. And that's why you're hearing this today, because maybe God is preparing you in silence. Maybe that painful no, that silence you don't understand, is actually the biggest yes you'll ever receive. But before we go on, comment right now, I'm not alone. God is with me. This is more than just a comment. It's an act of faith. A public declaration that you still believe, even without understanding everything. Have you ever had days where you didn't even feel like getting out of bed? When everything just felt too heavy? We've all been there. The difference is what you do with those days. Most people live with beautiful quotes written down, but no action. They know the path, but never take the first step. But those who find their purpose, who understand there's a bigger why, keep going even when they're weak. Because discipline becomes fuel, faith becomes an anchor. And even without likes, without applause, without anyone watching, they keep going. Not for recognition, but because they know something greater is at stake. And if this is hitting deep, go ahead and hit that like button, because there's much more ahead. You cannot miss the next few minutes. This isn't about hype, it's about execution. It's not about feeling ready, it's about doing it scared. Victory doesn't come only to the excited starters, it comes to the exhausted ones who don't give up. Sometimes what you call abandonment is actually pruning. Like a gardener trimming branches to give life. God is removing what doesn't bear fruit. And yes, it hurts. Losing hurts. Waiting hurts. Watching doors close hurts, but what looks like loss could be protection. What feels like rejection might be redirection. His silence isn't always punishment. It might be the most loving answer you could ever receive. He sees your struggle, even when no one else does. He hears your silent cries, understands the exhaustion you try to hide. And do you know what he does? He stays, faithful, present, loving, even when you're broken. If this speaks to your heart, write in the comments, Lord, I trust your plan. Because that comment isn't just a sentence, it's a step. It's like reaching out in the dark and saying, I'm still here, and I still believe. Everything worthwhile takes effort. Everything that matters is hard. And you have to choose. Choose to rise, choose to act without guarantees, choose to believe even after all the failures. Because it's not just about trying, it's about winning. Again and again. Each attempt makes you stronger. Every failure makes you wiser. Until one day, without even noticing, you're no longer the one who tries. You've become the one who overcomes. And if you've made it this far, it's because God is speaking to you. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this, because sometimes all it takes to stop someone from giving up is a message like this. What separates the average from the victorious isn't talent, luck, or perfection. It's a decision. A decision to keep going even when wounded, to try again even when tired, to trust even in silence. You are not the pain you felt, not the mistake you made, not the bad season you're in. You are the sum of your choices, and you can choose differently right now. You can choose courage, you can choose faith, you can choose to trust a God who turns loss into purpose and silence into direction. It doesn't matter where you are. Right now, on the ground in chaos, in darkness, you still have a choice. And as long as you have faith, there's still hope. Because the same God who raised Joseph from prison, who turned the cross into salvation, is the one standing with you now. If this message touched your heart, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. Every week, you'll find words, Hear that lift, restore, and reignite your faith. And never forget, God has not forgotten you. You are loved, sustained, and guided. And if you keep going with faith and consistency, victory will no longer be a dream. It will only be a matter of time.